Netflix is running too slow. Well, this time it may not be your machine's fault.
It may not be your machine's fault because the internet's been gummed up by what's being called the biggest cyber attack in history, and it's because of one of your least favorite things. We're talking about spam.
I hate spam.
Hate spam. Tom Foreman is in our virtual studio to show us what's happening. What is happening, Tom?
What is happening, Wolf, is that a small dispute is expanding far beyond what anybody thinks it ought to do, and that's where the problem is coming from. It involves two companies. Let's start with the first one. It's called Spamhaus. Spamhaus is a company that is an internet spam watchdog. It creates spam data filters for 1.4 billion users. What does that mean? It basically comes up with a way that computers out there can watch for all this stuff that you don't want showing up in your email system if you're a business or an individual, because it slows things down. Spamhaus was looking around, and they focused their attention on this company in the Netherlands called Cyberbunker. It's a web hosting service, and Spamhaus blacklisted all of the clients of Cyberbunker because essentially it said, this company is hosting too many people who are sending out too much of this. That is what started this war between these two companies. I don't want to get into the details of who's right or wrong here because, frankly, I think there's too much we don't know about the whole fight. But what we do know is this. As they have waged this war against each other, it has expanded to the point that many people are worried that a lot of companies are involved who shouldn't be involved, Wolf.
So tell our viewers why we should care about what's going on between these two countries in Europe.
Yeah, well, it's just these two companies. The reason you should care is the very thing you said at the beginning. If it only involved Cyberbunker over here and Spamhaus over there, and it were limited that way, that would be one thing. But imagine this to be the internet and everyone who's connected to it. The problem is, as they have waged war against each other, it's spilled over so that many more people are beginning to see these effects of slower internet access or perhaps having problems of not being able to get to certain sites. It's not really clear how wide the effect is, but we do know that companies that have nothing to do with the dispute and want nothing to do with the dispute are saying that they are suffering some kind of consequences from this. Now, right now, I will say it is isolated to Europe as far as we can tell. The world is essentially divided into 5 internet continents, if you want to describe it that way. And right now, this problem seems to be in terms